Okay, I guess we're going. Let's take a quick look at the AFL lab. Um, you'd find a more complete and probably overly complicated, just long, uh, setup video for the Angr lab in the similar YouTube channel, but I'm going to try to make this one nice and succinct. So let's go to the course webpage, and then we'll click on AFL Labs, and then we'll start the AFL lab. We're greeted with this introduction, which will give you the purpose of the lab, and then we will see there's a compute engine instance, which we will get going in Google Cloud. I have part of that rambly Angr setup. We'll chat about the billing section. So if you have trouble linking your billing account, go see that video because in there I've got a tidbit on linking your billing account. So we'll install Docker on the image, and then we'll build a Docker container with the required software, and we'll get the appropriate exercises and get cracking. So let's create a VM. Now, this could be done on the command line, and I kind of was overly ambitious in thinking that I would do that. I don't think I will right now. Let's just go to the console, and let's not do that. And actually, maybe I do want to do that. Sorry. Okay. Let's go to, so I already have my malware examples project set up, but I will go here to compute engine VM instance. If this is your first time, this process might take longer, but I did the chicken before the egg, I guess, and I did Angr before AFL. So I have already set up the compute engine portion. I will create a new instance, and I'm going to name it my AFL lab. Place it in US West 1, DALS, and then I think we're looking for the default CPU and a different boot disk. So we're going to change this to Ubuntu. Okay, sorry. 1604 is going to be our chosen OS version. We'll select that. We don't need to mess with the firewall, and we will just create it. It'll take just a second to be created. I have like 3 different ways outlined in the Angr video to SSH onto the instance, but I'm feeling particularly lazy right now, so I'm going to use this SSH button, and it certainly should suffice. Let me make this larger. Okay. Sorry. Connection via cloud identity aware proxy failed. Huh, that's new. Let's try this. If this fails, then I'll use my command line client. Taking an unusually long amount of time. Okay, we're in. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of this. That's okay. So let's install Docker. So we're going to copy these commands. And you could do all 3 of them, but I'm going to do them one at a time. So we do apt-update, Docker IO. Oh, come on. Here we are. Add ourselves to the Docker group. This is an interesting command. So we're configuring core dumps to go to a file on reboot and for the current session. So I believe this picks up crashes, and we'll do this as well. Okay, interesting. Now we need to log out of the instance, which made it go away. We'll reconnect with the same SSH button and proceed to build this Docker container. Oh goodness, I was hoping this would be quick. Okay. What we're going to do here is get the necessary course files and we'll cd into that directory, and then let us view the contents of this Docker file. So these are files which are instructions to build a container. There is an insecure password on the machine, which is visible to anyone who can get access to the image. But I don't believe, sorry. That this is on here. Oops. Unknown predicate. Yeah, and there's, okay. Sorry, I'm messing around here. Sets the password for the fuzzer account. Okay, let's go here, and we're gonna, oh, there's the password. Okay, let us run this echo command, and we have a password.txt file now, and then we'll build the Docker.
Sorry, I don't know that one.
Oh, sorry, I have a Amazon device. Let's build the image. Hopefully somebody finds this useful. And then we will play with the container a little bit, start it and stop it, and then prepare AFL, and we'll call that the end of the video. This is already coming along to being a good length of time. 10 minutes. Uh-oh. This image is quite big. Oh, 20 layers. Okay, cool. So we've built the Docker container, and let us run that guy in privileged mode. And we want to detach the instance so it stays running. If we run docker ps, we can see it's got this container ID, the type of image, the command that it was run with, the time, its uptime, and its name. If we list Docker images, we can see the images on this instance. We have one for Ubuntu, and then we have one for our CS492 AFL from that repo. So let's stop and start just for practice. So you can do a docker stop, and you can provide the container ID, or let's do admiring Shannon, and they're randomly generated names. This is taking some time, and then we can start it with a similar command. And there we go. And then if we run docker ps, we can see it running. If it was stopped and we needed to see it, you could do docker ps-a. Okay, let's exec onto the container. So we are going to be running commands in that environment. We'll need a shell, bin bash. Okie dokie. So let's ls. Alright, what do we got here? Perfect. Let's make a symlink from AFL splat to /AFL. And we'll change into this directory, and we'll run make -c llvm mode. And I encourage you to try to use tmux. Terminal multiplexer. Control BX. What is that? Okay. That is getting you a compute engine instance, the Docker container, and then the sim linking for AFL, prepping AFL. Completion of the labs is something I think is fairly well laid out. Be sure to answer the questions in the labs for your lab notebook, and have fun out there.